Hey guys, Rocket Gang here. Today we're going to be going over my latest CGC sub and a stack of stuff that I picked up in between when this was sent out and came back. I haven't been uploading too much, been pretty busy with life, with work, and just life stuff in general. But the collection keeps growing, got to keep it moving. So to start us off, this one is a friend of mine's. I was able to sub it for him. So he lives in Canada, so made it easier for him. This is a misalignment. The front's miscut and the back's pretty centered. I got a low grade because all the dents on the front and they push through to the back. A little beat up, but still a really cool cut. You don't really see too many of these cuts like this on Fossil. At least stuff that survived from back then. So pretty cool to see. Happy for him. He has two matching either miscuts or off centers that go with this. So he'll have almost every direction. So that'll be cool to see them all together. Following that is another misalignment. This one is an Italian Dragonite. So it's miscut on the front and perfectly centered on the back. There was like a little, there's two lines right here, two indentions. Kind of see them right there in the light. That's what made this get a 7. It's pretty rare to find Italian airs, especially for like Delta species or stuff like that. Pretty sure this one's going to end up being like a pop 1, especially with CGC. But overall, pretty happy. I wish those indents weren't there. Would have got like a 9 easily. Alright, this one's another misalignment. This one is Authentic Altered and the misaligned air. So basically, when I got it, I didn't see that a bunch of spots along the top were colored in. This is really the only one that you can see, obviously. I just didn't catch it, didn't even look. Sent it in, got Authentic Altered. It is the misaligned back. This is like my 5th or 6th for the set. So pretty happy with this. I'm going to end up keeping it a Authentic Altered because I'm pretty sure it's pop 1. And I noticed also that it has 2 swirls. So here's a partial swirl. And then there's just the very edge of another swirl. So pretty unique card. To me, it has like 3 things that make it stand out. So end up keeping it like this. Pretty sure this will be a pop 1. There's going to be a few that are going to be pop 1s in here. Hopefully. Pretty happy with that one though. This Steelix is pretty cool. It's a little hard to see with the sleeve on, but basically the gray steel type layer is shifted down. You can see it down here. It goes into the border. It affects the energies. It affects the art box, the set symbol, and at the top, but it's really hard to see. But yeah, pretty happy with this one. This one has some water damage all along the bottom. So that's why this got a 3. But overall, really happy it got the air. I have a few things like this, so it'll go really good in the collection for sure. Alright, this is number 17 in my water obstruction collection. I was lucky enough to pick this up from a friend of mine, and he had it raw for many years. So for it to get an 8 and be raw for 25 years for a first edition is really cool for me. Really happy with the grade. You can see the obstruction goes through the border, through the feet, and through part of the pillar. Instead of most obstructions are circular, this one kind of goes down at an angle across. And it goes through the art box a little bit too, and right here. So really happy with this card. Water obstruction collection's growing like crazy. I think I've added 3 or 4 this year. So really nice pickups. Unfortunately, I let 2 of my big ones go because they were fossil. But another buddy of mine just ended up with the second that I had let go. So it's cool to see other people have them. Overall, happy with this one, though. Really happy with that. This one I also got from a buddy of mine in New Zealand. Has a nice swirl right there. It's also an 8. This is number 18 in my water obstruction collection. You can see just a little water obstruction right there on the bottom. I wish I had a swirl or something. There's like a little orb right there. It's kind of cool, but a swirl would be better. But yeah, overall happy with this one. I've had this one for probably like 2 years, a year or 2 years. And finally got around to grading it. So I'm going to be sending a lot more grading out. I think I have the next 9 subs lined up and ready to go. It's just I send one at a time, so I'm waiting on CGC to improve their turnaround times on those. This one's a French one, French misaligned front, which is really rare. For some reason, French cards go more than English. But as you can see, only a little sliver across the top is left from the gold border. And the back is pretty much perfectly centered. Has like a little whitening here and there. But overall, really high grade. The front is super clean. With these being holographic, they're really easy to scratch. I don't think I saw any scratches on the front. There's like a print line somewhere that might have got it docked a little bit. But overall, really, really happy with this. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a Pop 1 card, at least with CGC. So yeah, pretty happy with that one. Alright, this is another Delta Species Air. This one's German, and it's miscut instead of misaligned. You can see a sliver of the next card down below. I got this from a friend of mine. And it got a 6, which I was a little disappointed with, but I kind of knew that the back was going to be rough. As you can see, the back is a little chewed up on the top. Nice little ding right there. That's definitely what got it, the low grade. It has an alignment dot right here. So, pretty nice to have on a miscut. I wish the alignment dot was on the front, but stuff like this, you really can't be choosy. I think this one has a print line as well. Alright, this one is one of my favorites. It's super nostalgic to me because like the first episode of Pokemon, Ash sees the Ho-Oh flying in the background. And I also just love the colors on this. It throws so much color in person. And the texture is really nice. I'm a big fan of second gen, so like seeing gold and silver in person is really cool. I think they call him Ethan, but has a nice little crimp on top. I was told by a few people that this is Spanish and not Portuguese. I don't know if I got the information mixed up or if CGC messed up on that. I'll have to go back and look. It has this ding right here, which I don't remember there being, because I was really expecting this to hit a 9. And when I saw this, I didn't know if they caused the damage or if I did, which I know it didn't happen in shipping. I ship stuff super safe, so maybe I missed it or maybe they caused it. Not too sure. But overall, super happy with this one. Even if it's Spanish, I won't crack it and fix it. I'll just keep it like this. Alright, these next two are pretty cool. They're both inverted backs and reverse hollows. I'm pretty sure I got them out of the same lot. But this one is inverted and miscut and shows a little sliver of the next card. I'm not sure if that's two different airs or if it's like considered the same as inverted back. I don't know if they differentiate it anymore. I have seen it listed as inverted and miscut back before, but I don't know. Pretty happy with these though. I won't be getting them fixed if it is the other way around. This one is pretty cool too. It has the edge of sheet and it has these little squares, which I've seen pop up on a few sheets. I don't really know if the edge of sheets are always like this. I don't really look at sheets too much. Don't really interest me, but having these two together is pretty cool. I messed up on sending in the sub, and I actually put this one in the wrong spot. This was supposed to go in line with these, so I'd have 3 misaligned or reverse hollows. And this one's a crimp though, so it's not misaligned back. I wish it was. Having 3 9s in consecutive certs would have been really cool, but I messed up on that part. This one is going back to CGC because they missed that it's OC. It is like super OC. It's almost minor miscut. Like it's so OC. I'm glad it got a 9, but it needs to be OC at the very minimum. This is also another card that's going back. I skipped it in rotation. This one is press doubling, which is really, really nice. As you can see, there's some like staining on it. That's why I got a 6. But it's also, I thought it was OC, but it's actually a misaligned front. The back is centered. The front is not. So, and you can see this is a true double pressing of the printing plates. It is super blurry. In person, this thing is really hard to read. It has a nice swirl right there in the neck too. So really happy about this copy. If I could get both airs on this, this would make it a true grail. There's only one person that I've offered this up to for trade. It's for something that I would love to have even more than this, which is shocking. But I think it was declined. But maybe when this gets both airs, maybe he will reconsider. This is, to me, this is like a one-of-one card. I doubt you're going to find more like this with the press doubling and misaligned front. But everything's printed on a sheet. There are more chances to get stuff, but the chances are really, really slim, especially from 2001. But yeah, that one's going back, and the Tyranitar's going back. I had another one I was going to send back, but I think I'm going to not send it back instead. And that's later in this sub. These two are out of the battle deck. They're non-hollow, misaligned fronts. This one shows edge of sheet, and this one doesn't. The backs are centered. So, pretty cool. Sequentials, 8, 8, 5. It's cool that this one got the 8, 5 and not this one. Happy with that. I do have a few more of these I might send in. I think I have like 4 more. But I would have to see if they're going to grade better. Alright, this card is one of my future grails. It will be in my top 10 now for sure. I love this card. I actually managed to find another one recently. I'm trying to work out the deal on that one and close that. But you can't get much better than this. This is a full hollow bleed with 3 swirls. 1, 2, 3. 3 swirls, and it's insufficient ink on all layers. And it's from the Pokemon Center. We think that there was only 1 sheet of these printed. I've seen 2 so far, and the 3rd one just popped up. So I'm trying to close the deal on that. This is a super, super grail for me. Dream come true to get it. It's so crazy in person. I've shown a few friends, and they've just geeked out at it. It's super nuts. Probably my favorite or second favorite out of this sub. Can't go wrong with it. This is another favorite of mine. I don't really care for the Pokemon, but this cut is super, super insane. I've seen a bunch of twisted miscuts, but none quite like this or exaggerated like this. And this is also from the Destined Rivals set, so, I had to get it. Trying to do my master set. I pulled this out of my master set to go ahead and just grade. And as soon as CGC got it, I actually got the Moltres miscut, but it's actually miscut the other way. So I'm thinking that there's like 2 or 3 sheets that got miscut, potentially. Hopefully more of these pop up. Who knows? There's also been like a Nidoking that was miscut, but I think that was a full art. That sold for, I think, 400 or 600 or something. This one definitely wasn't anywhere near that. But super exaggerated cut. Super cool to see. I wish it was a better Pokemon, but you get what you get. Alright, these 3 go together, and they actually go together like this. Let's see if I can get them all into frame. And they are obstructions. So this is a black ink obstruction. You can see there it's obstruction. Goes through the whole card. It leaves a little sliver off right here. This one's the worst of it, the Feebas. Gabile got a little bit less, and it went down on the side. I actually have 2 more cards from this obstruction set. They were so minor, they were like this amount, that I just didn't want to get them graded in this sub. The Magikarp, super cool to see, and has a little bit more on the side and just on the top. Overall, really happy with the grades. Can't go wrong with that. Am considering selling these, even though they're part of my Destined Rivals set, but I'd want to sell them together as a set. So if you're interested, message me. We'll work something out. Alright, this one, I believe, is the highest graded one of these airs in existence. You can see that this is the incorrect print layer and texture from another card. Or maybe just the print layer. Yeah, it's just I think it's a white ink print layer. There's words that you can see the shadows of. I've seen about 6 or 7 of these total, and this is the only one I've seen graded. It got a 9.5. Super stoked on that. Totally got robbed on the 10. It has like a tiny white dot in one corner. But until I see one graded higher, I'm ecstatic with this. This is also one of my future grails. Probably top 20, not top 10. But if this ends up being anything like the Zoroark Japanese texture, then this card's going to be really valuable. I think it's super slept on, probably because it's German and not Japanese. So most people don't chase stuff like this, but I chase every language. So super, super happy with this one. Alright, this is the other one that I was going to be sending back, but I changed my mind on it. I don't know, I might still add it since I already have some stuff going. This is a French Moonbryon. I purchased it with the pretense that it was off-center. You can see the bottom is almost twice as wide as it should be. And the right side is thinner than the left side. It has pretty much the same cut that it does on the back. So you can see like this side's thin, that side's thick, this side's thick, that side's thin. I might put like some sticky notes pointing that out to them when I send it back, just to further my chances, maybe win them over. Maybe send them like a box of chocolates or something. Some money. Just give me my OC. But if it doesn't get it, oh well. But if it does get it, I'd be super happy with that, considering I paid more for it being OC. I knew it was minor OC, so it's a 50-50 shot. I might take it, might not. I haven't sleeped it yet because I was on the fence yet about sending it back. And that brings us to the last two. Now, the last two cards I'm really happy about. This one I got raw off eBay. It is a texture shift, misaligned texture. You can see over like the EX, the 180, even Mew, his tail, all the Pokemon, all the energies, all that stuff like that. It's all shifted. So super happy about this. Beautiful card. Super happy it got a 10. Did not think it, out of everything, I did not think this was going to get the 10. Maybe just Japanese cards grade easier, and this was the only Japanese one I sent in. But I got this for half price of the listed price before they went up. So this card is probably 4 or 5 times to what I paid it for it just while it was in grading, because I got this and I sent it out for grading. So super happy about this. This going in the PC. I've had a lot of people ask me for it, but this is a PC for sure. All right, last but not least, got a Charizard. This is another French card. This is an obstruction. I would assume it's a water obstruction because it obstructs all print layers. You can see a little bit of the black going through there, but not much. This one is, like I said, it's a repeating error. I've seen like 4 or 5 of these, maybe 6. I've seen a few of them. This might be my only French Charizard. Not too sure. I have quite a few. 8.5, super happy with the grade. Can't go wrong with this card. I think this is from Obsidian Flames. Yeah. Super happy with that one. All right. Now I'm just going to thumb through some of the recent pickups that I got. I picked up another one of these miscuts. This is a twisted miscut from the same seller. He's auctioned about 7 or 8 of these off. I've gotten about 5 or 6. So this is my newest one. I tried to buy them all, but he didn't want to sell them all together. His loss. They've been going less than what I offered him. So it's just the risky pay in auctions. This actually just came before I started this video, so it's cool to be able to show it. I literally just got it. This one was crazy cheap. I can't believe how slept on these are. If you're looking for Charizard airs, go buy some Evolutions, some OCs, some MCs. This will blow your mind how cheap it was. It's also off-center on the back, not as much. I bet if I CGC crack it, it would probably get minor miscut. Not really sure if I'm going to yet. Probably will, but probably not right now. I picked up a new Purple Streak from Team Rocket Returns. This is my only Purple Streak, but my 3rd Team Rocket Return air. So super stoked about that. Definitely going to be trying to build a full set of all the airs eventually. These are pretty pricey. This one's probably going to get about a 5 or so. There's like all of that right there is actually damage to the artwork. I thought it was a swirl at first, but it's not. There's a little swirl up here. But can't be too choosy with it and get the airs, not the grades, you know. That's what's important. Alright, these two were super cheap miscuts. Got them Destined Rivals miscuts. I think they were like $5 each. These are minor miscuts because the back's not miscut, and there's like slivers here and there. These are repeating. I think I have 4 copies of these exact cuts already. 4 on this side, and then maybe 2 on this side. And maybe 1 on the Dodonzo, 1 top miscut. This card is not new, but I cracked it out of its PSA case. So you can see it was a PSA 9. I cracked it, and it's going to be going into the next sub. Well, not the next one, maybe 2 subs from now. The next one's going to be all Tyranitar airs. I think I have like 35 ready to go. So yeah, pretty cool. Gonna go through that. This is the new Mega Set. This one is a minor miscut. I got this one for like $5 as well. Super happy with that. Don't really care about Mega Pokemon or this set too much. Might get the Kangaskong and like the Latios, and that's probably about it. But yeah, can't go wrong with $5 on some cards. So this one is a miscut on top and 2 square corners. So if you saw, I did a little short on this one. It has alignment dots on the back. It's rounded on top. Super cool to see. I've seen this in a couple different sets, and I've seen a couple different cards from this set like this. So I'll be getting that one graded. This is another slept-on card. I think I got this for like $40. It was a minor miscut. Mega Venusaur from, I think it was like 2016. Yeah, 2016 when this card came out. Miscut, full art, textured. It's not the greatest condition, but it's not terrible. I expected to get maybe like a 7. I think that's on the sleeve. Yeah, I had like one little thing that was wrong with it. I can't remember. I think it was this corner down here. Alright, getting to the last of it. These are 2 Chinese Pikachus. They're the Captain Pikachu. I don't know what the Captain Pikachu is. I just see the seen the full art. A buddy of mine was selling these. I went to buy one. He was like, well, they have different hollow patterns. Which one do you want? So I ended up buying both. Definitely this one is really cool. Like little windmills. The stars is kind of over. The stars hollow. I don't really care for it in the new cards, and doesn't really do anything for me like that. But this one's one I've never seen, so this is pretty cool to me. These are the only Chinese cards I have, and probably will only ones I'll ever have, really. I don't really care to collect Chinese. I know a bunch of it's going to the moon. There's like a Lily that's only in Chinese that's like $100,000 or something. So they have some exclusives, but nothing I'm going to be chasing unless I find some cool airs. Alright, very last one. This one is going in to get its label changed. And well, only because there's some damage on the case. And I really want to enjoy the look of this card without seeing all these scratches on the case. It drives me nuts. So if you have nice cards, put sleeves on them. Quit being lazy. It makes me spend money later on fixing other people's mistakes. But it has a nice fully pronounced crimp going across the top, and it's cut on this corner. So it is a crimped and cut. And this whole corner got chopped. Super happy about this one. I wanted this one to go with the Moonbryon OC because I was thinking about building an Evolution air set. Got this one for a pretty decent price. I'm overall happy with it. I think it was under market for a non-air and it being the air on top, so saved a little bit of money potentially on this one. But yeah, this one will be going out and getting new labels for sure. So I'll be posting a video whenever all those go back and whenever they get back from getting fixed. Until then, I'll probably just be posting a bunch more shorts. I have so many shorts to post. I think if I posted 3 shorts a day for the next 2 years, I might catch up. And that's if I don't even get anything else. I have so much stuff that I've gotten recently. I've been building and expanding my sealed collection. I'm not too major into sealed, but I figured the investment's good. The market's been good lately, so jump in while you can. Got a bunch of international packages coming in soon if the tariffs work out. So be looking forward to that. There's a lot of content that I can be putting out. So just leave a like, comment what you want to see, comment what was your favorite. Any comments y'all want to leave, I'll answer them all. So just leave a comment, like, subscribe, and look forward to the next video. See y'all.